two things, folks. One, we're lifting up biblical truth to help you get stronger mentally, physically, most importantly, spiritually. Number two, I think equally exciting, maybe more, we're reading through the whole freaking Bible in a year. You know how many followers of Jesus actually read through the entire Bible in a year? Not as many as should. Not as many as should. Not as many as there should be. As you can tell, I'm in the basement of blessings.
Basement of blessings.
Let's turn around here so you get a better view. Kicking my weights. Here we go. Greetings. Hey, got a great DBB for you today, Daily Bible Breakdown. Our reading today, 2 Kings 5 through 8, and I'm just going to go through some of the exploits of our boy Elisha, because we see here in 2 Kings 5 through 8, Elisha continues to show us what a person of faith can do, a person who has sold out completely to the Lord Almighty, who has given in, submitted 100%. All right, check it out. Chapter 5, he heals a prominent military commander of leprosy. The dude's name was Naaman. Notice, by the way, in verses 11 and 12 of chapter 5, the military commander's pride and ego almost get in the way and block him from receiving God's healing and blessings. Does our pride and ego stop us from healing and blessings from God as well? Something we can consider. In the beginning of chapter 6, Elisha makes an axe head float. Those axe heads were made of iron. That's not easy, man. Well done. Then in verses 8 through 23, Elisha takes on an entire army. Here's where I want to spend the rest of my time today. Talking really fast. Slow down. All right, so here's the deal, right? King of Aram wants to attack Israel, and he says, hey, we're going to put our men here. We're going to attack. Elisha supernaturally eavesdrops in on the conversation, and then he tells his king, hey, don't go there. They're going to attack you. King of Aram says, hey, we're going to attack here. Elisha listens in supernaturally and says, hey, don't go there. King of Aram finally is like, dude, what is up? He brings all of his commanders in. And he's like, which one of you is the snitch? And they said, hey, it's your boy Elisha over there. And he says, all right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go find him, we're going to capture him, and we're going to kill him, right? So they find out the town that he is in, and they surround it at night. They're going to get him, right? The next morning, his servant gets up. He goes out to do what, you do first thing in the morning, right? And he says this. He says, oh no, my lord, what shall we do? We are surrounded by an enemy army. Which you and I probably would do the same thing too, right? But we'd be freaking out. But what happens next is amazing. Elisha says, do not be afraid, because those who are with us are more than those who are against us. What? How can that be? He sees with his eyes all the enemy army. Elisha says, no, that's not all there is to see. And then he prays this. He said to God, open my servant's eyes. And he looked and he saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire surrounding Elisha. Gets you excited, right? Now listen, this is important. Whatever you're doing right now, stop. Stop. Put your coffee down, put your donuts down, put your weights down. I rarely say that, but put your weights down and listen, because most of you right now, you're thinking, well, this is just a nice little Bible story. How dandy, how delightful. And when my faith falters and fear comes in, I can remember this Bible story and it will strengthen me. That was my Southern lady accent. All right, I know I need to work on that. If that's all you're taking away from this, you're missing the point. Here is the point that I want to tell you, right? Elisha is giving us insight not only into the nature of the world, but into the nature of the universe. This right here, this physical body that I have, your physical body. Hope that didn't make a loud noise, me banging on the microphone. This physical body, right? When you take a microscope, the world's most powerful microscope, and you look at our bodies, you look at the nature of matter, what do you see? You see 99.9% space, and you see energy. Space and energy. In fact, what we see with our eyes is a tiny, 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 tiny portion of all reality. Elisha is saying to his servant, hey, those who are with us in the heavenly realm, in the spiritual realm, are far more than those who are against us in the world, in the physical world that you can see. There's nothing to be afraid of. What? When we start understanding the spiritual nature of the world and of God, right? And we put things in perspective that this world, this physical world is a fraction of what we see. It's a fraction of the time we're going to spend. It starts to make sense. Listen, this idea is repeated. This concept is repeated. I wrote this down. Hebrews 12:1 says this, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. We are right now surrounded by our forefathers and our foremothers who have gone before us, and they are cheering us on. And they are saying, have strength, have courage, fill yourself with love, peace, and joy, and do not be afraid, because those who are with you are far more than those who are against you. And when you get this, my friends, when you understand this, when you let this seep into your heart, the second you do that, everything changes. Amen? Let's start living a life of faith, filling ourselves with God's peace, love, and joy, and becoming the people He meant us to be. Amen. And now for
Today's Power Verse.
Today's Power Verse has to be 2 Kings 6:16. Do not be afraid, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Do me a favor. Get out your daily Bible reading tracker. You should have this by now. Let me know if you need another copy. Or at least mentally, give yourself a check mark. Give yourself credit for doing the work today. Count it as a win. I'm Bob Garvey with the Daily Bible Breakdown. See you tomorrow.